Sup Players, and welcome back to basically the last video from the Danish Nationals. The finals are final here, you can say it. And I'm basically, let us just see right quickly. Let us see right here. Okay, I cannot find it. But yeah, it's the finals. We are starting out with. Okay, so basically, it looks like that the player right here just passed to player left here, and player left sets one card and passes back to player right. So it's the battle of, you know, it's the battle of the who can first make a combo. So player right here goes with um sets two and passes. And basically, guys, it's no secret. Well, in this matchup right here, it's the Maliss player against the Crystron player because both of them has won their last games. So yeah. What I wanted to see. Okay, it's basically 2 weeks after, like, it's basically 2 weeks after that the nationals are done. So yeah, I'm sorry for being a little bit late to it, but again, I did have exams and stuff like that as well. So yeah, I do have a good apology for that. But yeah, as we can see, like the Kristen player attacks for what I actually don't know, 1,000 attack points, maybe not, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. But basically, the finals, guys, were uploaded 2 weeks ago, and yeah, I love to see that I'm just on Lacheer's channel right now on YouTube and seeing all of the nationals stuff. Let me know down below if I should react to more of his content, and still I'm going to still, give him the credit for for it. But yeah, it's still funny to think about that. Um so yeah. Again, 2 weeks after, and I'm basically showcasing the matches. But yeah, what we can see here is that there are some searches. I don't know if they are asking a judge right now about maybe a ruling question. It kind of looks like that there might be some ruling questions being asked right now. So yeah. But basically, guys, that's basically what's it called. That's basically going. This is I would say this is definitely going to you know this is definitely this is definitely going to be something. I love that it's not going to be the regular, the regular dominators of the format like Rachel, and I know it's Malice, but still, Crystron in the finals is still crazy. And I love and a good detail that I actually saw in the top 8 feature match, I believe it was. Um, he is playing the Horus engine, so it's Horus Crystron. And I actually just realized something. I have been saying Crystron, but the archetype is named Crystron with an R as well. So yeah, but I guess it's because that I'm speaking it or talking quickly about it. I know that sometimes I just speak quick about sometimes some things. So yeah. As we can see here, we're getting a couple of hint drops from the Maliss player as well. But then again, now we do have the Horus engine a little bit. I know that he could potentially, if you play more Horus cards, he could dump for Kings once again to maybe do a motive and attack for a couple of more attack power rather than attacking for just a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what the Crystal Monster does, but I know that he has Imseti on the field, which can send a card to the graveyard if what's it called? If another card is sent to the graveyard. But yeah, basically. But yeah, basically, I don't know what the Malice player can do in this sort of way. Getting Ashed here is also pretty hard on the engine right here. So paying a little bit of life points to summon back Jessica here. And yeah, that's game number 1 going to the Crystron player right here. Again, I will say out from the match that I've just watched, I will say that basically it would definitely be this is definitely the best thing to just scoop this game, because again, it's kind of hard to play through multiple interruptions. Also, again, when your opponent knows, okay, I have to ash the trap that summons. Because I know that different scenarios, different situations, and stuff like that, I know that you kind of need to have played against the deck and know exactly the engine itself and the deck itself and know how to interrupt the deck, and you have to know exactly how does the deck operate. And that is basically what is happening right now. Like, the Crystron player definitely knows how to interrupt the Malice player, because he knows exactly what the deck does in general. So he is definitely more on the game rather than his opponent in some sort of way, because he knows what the deck does. He knows, okay, I have to interrupt here, I have to use this specific hand trap right here, and stuff like that. And I'm just shuffling up some cards because I'm deck testing a deck. So yeah, just to see, okay, what can different hands do, what can different, because while I'm doing this, I will say it would be just boring to just sit in a room and voice record. I know that it takes a lot of time to do these types of videos. So yeah. But yeah, basically guys, it's time for game 2 in the finals. Let's see if it's going to be a strong 2-0 for the Crystron player, or if it's going to be just a tie quickly. But yeah, we're going to start out by activating Elder of Darkness here, drawing 2, banishing Chessy Cat, it looks like. And Jessica is going to activate, burning 300 points of damage. Again, life points doesn't really matter that much anymore. And they still do have around 35 minutes left of the game, so still a lot of time. Still a lot of time, I will say that. But I'm excited to see about I'm excited to see what the whole thing here ends out in, because I feel like that um yeah, I feel like that the Maliss player still does have a bunch of what's it called, not engines, but a bunch of, a bunch of plays left. So we go into Red Ransom. Is that the name? Okay, and Red Ransom searches a Maliss as well, which is Maliss in the mirror. And yeah, basically, guys, it's exciting to see what the whole match will end out in, because basically it's all about who can give the best engine, who can make the best plays with the deck that they are playing. So yeah, and right here I feel like that the mouse player is definitely doing something, while the Crystron player is just waiting with all of his interruptions. Maybe we do have a Nibiru right here. And yeah, we can see that the Malice player still plays a good amount of cards right here and links all of them away into White Binder here. And then I believe that he does have a couple of triggers here. After that, he banishes those two to search, I believe. So yeah. And then White Binder is going to get banished because he activated the card that summons from the deck. So now we do have... Is that Chelsea Cat? It looks like Chelsea Cat. It's actually funny, guys. I haven't seen like Marchar in this entire game. Like, doesn't he? I believe that he does play it, but he doesn't. He just didn't, get access to it. And that's still a little bit crazy. I feel like that. I believe that's still a little crazy to think about. Because so he activated something. What is that? Oh, that is actually the Har. When you talk about the sun, it shines. So yeah. And he links all of them away into Allied Code Talker that are going to revive Red Ransom and White Binder. That's also crazy to think about, that it revives like monsters with 2300 attack like just like that. Which it makes sense if you talk about that it's basically in the Elecnister engine, because most of their monsters and a lot of the code talkers so yeah, basically the code talkers and the Elecnisters does have 2300 attack, so yeah. But as we can see here, so right now he has what, 3300 attack with the allied code, or allied Edicnister, allied code Edicnister, and here it looks like that he passes turn to his opponent. So basically, guys, again, it depends a lot on what the Crystron player has in mind of cards in his hand. Plus, again, it depends a lot on, first of all, the set card that the Malice player has on the field, the amount of cards in their hand, plus they do have a negate on the field. But that is Forbidden Droplet. And he's going to discard 1, 2, I believe targeting code, allied code maybe. That would maybe make the most sense. Yeah, he targets allied code Targa here. Again, it does make sense. It is the play that makes most sense here. So yeah. But then we get activate an effect that gets ashed, and again, depending on the rhythm, can I kind of sneak peek into the hand of the mouse player? No, I cannot. Talents to draw 2, I believe. Maybe or maybe just takes control over one of the monsters. He might take control over. No, it wouldn't make sense to actually take control. Um. Oh, right. So ally code is negated, I believe. Right, but he tributes as a cost. So yeah, because the Crystron player just shuffled back one of the cards from the mouse player's hand, and now Red Ransom activates, paying 900 points to summon itself. So yeah, right now it looks like that definitely the. It looks like that the Malice player definitely does have the opportunity, or what's it called, upper hand here, not opportunities. You still have a lot of opportunities still because of negates and stuff like that and plays on the field. But yeah. But again, it depends a lot on what the Crystron player does. And he activates a monster effect here, dumping a Crystron monster to, I believe, summon itself. And again, I don't know what the. I don't think that the Malice player has any more negates on the field. Maybe I know I think I know that Whitebinder does have an effect that can be activated, but I don't think it's a negate. Maybe not. I haven't played that much against the Malice, so I'm not 100% sure about the Malice engine and the Malice cards. I know what the new Cybers, like the new Edicnister cards does, because I've played against them, but I don't know I don't know all effects of the Malice cards as well, so yeah. But he gets to search again with I believe it's the blue Crystron that he dumped to the graveyard to summon out the yellow Crystron, or what's it called? So yeah, gets to summon that out. And we are just about to hit 25 minutes on the clock for the rest of this duel. So again, is there any opportunity for the Crystron player here to make a comeback? Like, it's definitely tough because having allied code toggle on the field that tributes red ransom that just triggers another malice effect that just gives an additional monster on the field. That's crazy. Plus, because of March Horror, Whitebinder is gonna be targeted, and now he activated to summon from the deck by banishing Whitebinder. And I also, yeah, Whitebinder can, or not, some search summon maybe something and banish something and summon back Whitebinder to the field. And again, it kinda looks like that this has a secured win for the Maliss player right here. And yeah, that's game number 2 going to the Malice player right here. Again, if I should talk about the match here, guys, the Malice player definitely did have all the upper hand at everything just given to it. Plus, the Crystron player didn't have that many, he didn't have any interruptions at all against the Malice player, which means that he could go full combo and basically make a negate and that then negates and banishes a card. So yeah, if we should talk about the cards that the Crystron player had, again, I have no idea what the Crystron cards does, but having first of all the Forbidden Droplet plus Talents, that's actually pretty good cards to have. And also because that he's playing a deck where I know that some of the Crystron cards triggers when they're sent to the graveyard, so that makes sense to play Droplet. Because you send your Crystron monsters to the graveyard, their effects gets triggered, and then you can what's it called? Then you can start out your combo in that sort of way. But yeah. I would say it's actually interesting to see who will be the winner of this match right here. Again, I kind of already know because I have to, I had to record the whole video, and that is what I've done with all of the videos. So basically, most of them I already know the outcome of. Plus, also people have been talking, like people from locals. So yeah, basically, it's yeah, basically it's in some sort of way it's kind of, it's kind of hard to play again around some sort of, interruptions, especially when you think about it. But yeah, The Crystron player starts out with his continuous spell here, and with his monster right here that summons itself. I believe it's actually a summon self effect. I just moved a mouse, you know, computer mouse. So yeah, because I'm working on one of my future videos right now. So again, kind of multitasking around here, but yeah, it's definitely something. But yeah, Artifact Lancia is activated and got called by the grave. So yeah, I kind of love that the Maliss player plays Lancia. I know because it makes sense to play Lancia, especially if you play Crossout, because Lancia kills Maliss. So yeah. So yeah. But yeah, the Crystron player right here, he is just popping off. He's just comboing for days right now. The Malice player cannot do anything to this. So yeah, and yeah, he just keeps comboing, and the Malice player has to read the Crystron something. Again, I cannot remember any of the Crystron names. So yeah. Um and yeah, we have a synchro monster now on the field that the Malice player also is reading. Again, I would have totally done the same thing because I have no idea what the Crystal cards does. But I believe that the Crystal engine can put up some sort of negates as well. And like, I'm just quickly searching here on my computer. Crystron. Okay, I can't type right now. I believe their big synchro. Believe their big synchro monster is something. Okay, I can't. There it is. Okay, what do you do? Okay, so basically, I can kind of read what the card does. This card is synchro summon target one monsters up to the number of synchro materials used, banish them. Okay, so you basically banish them, and then after, if this card gets destroyed by battle card effect when it was synchro summoned, target banish monster and special summon to his field. So basically, it banishes cards plus it can kind of just yoink a monster as well. So that's kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, it looks like that he have passed over to the Malice player. What is that card right there? Is that Quandax? I believe it's Quandax. Um, I believe it looks like Quandax, which is the monster I believe that can synchro summon. Like it works like stand up Centurion. Synchro summon on the opponent's side of the turn. So yeah. And the Christian player is thinking a little bit about what he should do here. I believe that he passed over to the Maliss player right now as well. Okay, so he's activating a trap card that's going to target that and Maliss in Underground to pop them. And then he's going to do something here. Okay, he's going to quick synchro into what exactly? What did he synchro into? I'm trying to just figure out what he just summoned out on the field. It kind of looks like, because I also have a lot of the Crystron cards on screen on my laptop right now, it looks like a Amatrix, which does have the effect to change all face-up specials of monsters to defense position and target one Crystron monster in the graveyard except the synchro monster and special summon it. So yeah, kinda crazy. But we start out here with Maliss White Rabbit, it looks like, or something like that, and Crystron Quan. I believe that's the name. Again, guys, I don't know anything about the Crystron archetype. I don't know anything about their names. Don't hang me out on it, okay? Okay. But now, basically, guys, I were working on another video that I hopefully are going to make very soon. But yeah. But as we see here, the Maliss player is going off and the Crystron player activates a monster to what, quick sync? Yeah, it looks like a quick sync here. And that's going to, what in the blue? What is that? Okay, I have no idea what that monster is. For me, for a second, it looked like the genetics monster. And again, guys, it's kind of hard sometimes to see the different cards when it's from this perspective. Like, sometimes I have to... Yeah, we're about to do the anime play right there. That sneaky son of a burning abyss. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just moving your opponent's banished cards. Yo. Relax there, buddy. You're going to get a game loss for that. Nah, I'm just trolling. But yeah, summoning a Link Revo again. It's a tough one, I will say. I feel like that the I feel like that the Crystron player have the match here. Again, it's kind of hard to predict, and again, basically, guys, obviously, I know the outcome of this duel, so I can basically say here that who are going to win, but I don't want to. Like, I know who's going to win this, but it's still fun to do this. But yeah, the Crystron player definitely has the upper hand right here. Plus, again, he still has two set face downs that can be anything. It can be double imperm. It can be imperm plus... No, it's not call by. He already activated call by, I believe. But he's going to special summon out back of Attic Nister and use the effect to search and search and Cyber's monster. He's going to link them away into SP Little Knight and then summon do the Crystron monster has anything here. He has Droplet. He's going to negate the SP Little Knight, and because of Droplet, he can respond with SP's effect. So yeah. It's a tough one. I kind of see that. Plus, he still has two synchros on the... And that's game, guys. So, that conducts the finale of Danish Nationals. Again, I kind of already knew that the Crystron player was going to win because I have already seen the entire match. And because that some people has already told me. But again, I love to do these kind of videos. I'm not doing them that so much again because, again... It takes, first of all, a lot of time to do. Second of all, I have to, kind of react in some sort of way without knowing what's going on. But yeah, that was fun. That was a fun challenge for me to basically review all of the matches from the Danish Nets, especially also because that maybe some of you out there haven't seen them, hasn't seen them, haven't seen them, stuff like that. Yeah, I know kind of that some people have seen them, but yeah, because maybe they have done what I've told them. Go give that Jesus up. And again, I was a massive shout out for to him for letting me use his content to make this little mini series, this little mini, thing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, guys, and I'll just catch you next time. Peace.